We moved up to play in the district tournament with us. I will invite you guys to come up, along with the three sophomores that were on the varsity team. Jason Heisler, as you heard from Coach Ian's speech, absolute incredible kid. A kid that I'm excited to have 2 more years with in our program. I really enjoyed watching him lead the JV team and play with such passion. He's a kid that I know will be a great leader for our program moving forward and is going to have a great career here at Saline. Jaden Pickett, fantastic season with the JV. One of the players that I think plays with both feet better than almost anyone, right or left foot. He's going to be a great addition to the varsity team next year. Now the 3 sophomores that were with us the entire season. Braden Stavros, fantastic season, great kid. He came up with huge goals for the varsity team in the Rochester Adams game, the game winner, scoring against big time opponents. Great assist in the Pioneer game. He's a kid that he plays as hard as he can every second he is on the field, and I love his absolute dogfight mentality. He doesn't shy away from contact. A player that I believe will be one of the top leading goal scorers on our team next year. Great season, Braden. Dominic Rossi. Dominic is an incredible soccer player. A player that I could not be more excited to watch and coach over the next couple of years. He always gives 100% effort no matter what. He plays with an intensity every single day, and there were many moments throughout the year that we pointed out his effort because it was nonstop at every practice. And he's a kid who, he's as good of a player as he is because of the work that he puts into his game. Incredibly technical player. Very fit, ran a 10:32 mile, which was the fastest by over a minute. Dominic is going to have an incredible career at Saline, a player who I think will be a mixture of Mitch and Charlie in the future. So great season, Dominic. Zach Mitzel. Zach quietly had one of the best seasons for us this year. He was a kid who I had to throw really into the fire throughout the entire season. What I mean by that is I just told him on the sidelines, just be ready whenever your name is called. He was usually our fourth defender coming off of the bench, and whether it be an injury or a kid just needing a couple-minute breather, I would just throw Zach into the thick of things. And one game that stood out to me was when we played at Ann Arbor Skyline, going up against some really good players. I set him in there, and he calmed us down. He was able to possess incredibly well. A player that is versatile, that can play any position on the field and do very well at. Zach, I'm incredibly excited to watch you over the next couple of years. I will call up our juniors. Our juniors, Jason Head. Jason is a player that is always giving 110%. He is always in it for the team. He's absolutely fantastic to be around. He gets along with everyone on the team. He's a player that is very fit, is willing to do whatever is asked of him from the coaches. Jason is a player who I know didn't exactly get the minutes that he wanted this year, but his attitude and mentality never changed, and he kept working hard. He got tremendously better as the year went on. I know he's going to be an absolute stud for us his senior year. and he's a kid that I know will be a leader for this program. Congrats on a great season, Jason. Jake McCandless. Jake was so much fun to have on the team this year. He has a great personality. He gets along with everyone. Another guy that simply will do whatever it takes to better the team. Jake is a very technical player, good with the ball at his feet, can distribute the ball very well, and has a great shot. I expect Jake to score a lot of goals and have a great senior year. Congrats on a great junior year. Jake Walpert. Jake has the heart of a lion. The kid sells out every second. He's the type of player that I would have to tell at practice, actually, at times, to calm down a little bit because he goes so hard. Jake, though, really, he's a kid that strives to get better every single day, whether it's sprints or simple technical drills that we're doing. He's always putting in the work. He's a monster in the air, a very strong player. Wins so many tackles for us. I know that he's going to be an absolute rock in the bank for us this senior year. Congrats on a great season. Sam Herner. Sam, fantastic goalkeeper. Incredible reaction saves. He can make the impossible save. Really, he lays his body on the line for his teammates. I know it was difficult not being the starter this year. However, he was always ready to go, and every second that he was in the game, we had full confidence in him as he makes plays after plays. I know next year, Sam is going to be not only one of the best goalies in the area, but one of the best in the state. I have that much confidence in the kid, and I'm excited to see him be a leader for our program. Eric Kent. Eric, great soccer player, very, very fast, just simply a goal scorer. A kid that finds very intelligent runs in behind the defense. A kid that didn't see the minutes that he was hoping for this year, but he simply was always there again, getting better, and he learned a lot from some of the guys that were on the field. Eric scored probably the most goals from this past summer at pickup sessions and tryouts leading into the year. He is going to have an absolute monster senior year, a kid who I expect to score about 15 to 20 goals as a senior. Congrats on a great season, Eric. Connor Martin. Connor is a player that is always, again, willing to do whatever to better our team. Connor had a difficult role this year as he never knew what position I was going to play him at. And that speaks volumes, though, of how well-rounded of a soccer player he is. I've coached a kid since he was 9 years old. He can be a back, he can play in the midfield, and he can play up top. And being a forward the last couple of years, having to transform his game into a midfielder and at times a back, really speaks volumes to the kid's ability to be coachable and really do whatever it takes to better our team. Connor is a great leader, is a kid that I know is going to put in tremendous amount of work for his senior year and is going to be an absolute stud for us. Congrats on a great season. Noel Sompa. Noel's not here. Okay. So he did let me know. He said he was running late. I guess it was a little later than I thought. Almost 2 hours late. So Noel, incredible soccer player. He transferred here and could not ask for a better kid to coach. He's so fun to be around. He always lightens the mood. Some of my most memorable moments with him were on our team trip, playing charades. He was always getting the guys to laugh, and great personality. On the soccer field, tremendous athlete. won so many 50-50 balls for us, and was an absolute monster in the air. I will say, with Noel, I don't think he gets credit for how good he is technically. He keeps the ball for us very well. He can make kids miss, and at times he has a little bit too much fun with it, where I want him to get the ball to his foot quicker. But he is the kid that really, I felt was one of the best players on our team, and was able to shut down players, very, very strong players in the state this year. I know he will have an absolute amazing senior year at Saline. Zeke Gray, phenomenal soccer player, very, very talented player, very good vision on the ball. He could make passes that no one else on the field could see. He's a player that led our team in goals with 13. He got the most amount of votes in our conference at our conference meeting this year. He had an absolute stellar junior year. He is a talent that I believe if he puts in the work, he could compete for Mr. Soccer his senior year. Congrats on a great season, Zeke. Big things ahead for sure. Seniors. Seniors, we have 12 of them, which is, that's absolutely awesome. A lot of, again, the recognition tonight is all about their entire career here at Saline, and I could not have asked for a better group of guys to coach. I can honestly say I've never had more fun coaching. Every single day I'd come to practice, and these guys were just awesome to be around. They got along so well, and really team chemistry in high school soccer is really the indicator of how well you can do in your season. And going 17-2-4, it really, these 12 guys are a big reason for that, and I could not be more proud of the young men that these guys have turned into. Seniors. First I will talk about Nate Learman. Nate, absolutely amazing senior year. One of the best headers, if not the best on the team. Kids call him Hammerhead for a reason. he really was a big reason why we only gave up six goals all year. He wins so many balls on set pieces, corner kicks. He's a lockdown defender, very difficult to beat off of the dribble. And then in possession, he's just not flashy, and that's what makes him so good, because he's simple, he understands the game. I love seeing him step out of his comfort zone and start to be a leader vocally for our team. Nate had an absolute amazing career at Saline, a kid that was a rock in the back for us from day one. And one last thing about Nate, I don't think that we know, because defenders don't get subbed out as much. Nate was playing 80 minutes in almost every game this year, and that is a very difficult thing for any player to do. Congrats on a great career, Nate. Cam Baccarella. Cam, one of the hardest working kids I've ever coached, not only on this team, but I've ever coached. He's always driven to be a better player, teammate, leader. Anything that is asked of him, he absolutely sells out for the team. It was incredibly tough to see such a great kid suffer a season-ending injury. We definitely missed his speed. His spark of energy whenever he was on the field. Incredibly dangerous player because he was literally the fastest kid on the field every moment he was out there. a player that really his technical skills don't get enough credit for. He makes defenders miss not only by his speed, but he takes great touches around backs to get in position. He is a kid that will be tremendously missed by our program, a kid that I will always speak of that simply did whatever it took to get to the next level, did whatever it took for his teammates. I know he is the kind of kid that will learn from this experience of tearing an ACL. He is a kid that is hungry to get back out on the track, and I know he is going to be an absolute stud for the Saline track team this year. Congrats on a great career and Logan Dejanovic. Logan, very, very talented player. Player who hasn't played soccer as long as a lot of guys in here. So to be as talented with the soccer ball as he is, it's very, very impressive. Great first touch. He has a great shot, strong on the ball, deadly throw-in, which we started using more and more as the season went on. And he got 3 or 4 assists off of the throw-ins. Logan absolutely loves the game. I think that's what I will remember most about him is whoever we were playing, however much time it was, he wanted to be on the field. And even at practices, he was always the last guy in, and it drove me nuts sometimes, but it's because he just loved, having a soccer ball at his feet. A kid that absolutely loves the game, is a great teammate, gets along with everyone. He's a kid I know will be incredibly successful in the future. Congrats on a great season, Logan. Ryan Grill. Ryan, monster season for us. I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be this good. He was one of the best left backs in the state. Ryan was so steady from day one. I think one of the most consistent players by far on this team. He's so good because he's good at all aspects of the game. There's not one thing that really stands out to me. He has a great touch, very smart player, great defender, plays an amazing 30 to 40 yard ball in the air. Simply, I cannot even imagine a kid that could have transformed this game from junior to senior year, and it speaks to the amount of work that you have put into your game. Congrats on a great season and career, and we wish you the best, Ryan. Drew Doran. Drew is a great talent, very crafty with the ball, can make kids really look silly with the ball at his feet. Great 1v1 skills, and incredibly good in the air. An indication of this was when we played Huron at home our first time. One of my favorite moments of the season because we had, I think it was 21 passes in a row that led up to the game before our opponent touched it. And Drew made an absolute beautiful run, 30 yards into the right spot near post, and simply outbeat the kid to score the game-winning goal. Drew is scoring goals in practice and crossing game consistently, great in the air. A kid that is a great teammate, a great leader, so much fun to be around, great personality. We will definitely miss Drew. Best of luck. Nolan Fox. Nolan is a great soccer player. He does a lot of the dirty work in the midfield for us, and he doesn't always get the credit. He's great in the air, wins a lot of 50-50 balls. Technically, as solid as it comes. He plays simple soccer, which again is the reason why you don't see him all the time, but he's highly effective with it. He has an absolute rocket with his right foot on his shot. A kid that I will dearly miss, a kid that I know will have an incredibly successful future ahead. Congrats on a great career, Nolan. Quinn Fox. Quinn, absolute monster in net. One of the best seasons by any Saline soccer keeper in the history of this program. Quinn is so good at positioning. He takes angles that simply allow him to make the simple saves look, or the hard saves look easy. Great distributor. He had a lot of moments throughout the season where he came up very, very huge for us. One of the best games that I've seen a Saline kid have was when we played at Skyline. The first time around, he saved 3 or 4 crosses that the Skyline player got on the end of from inside the 6. And Quinn is just a brick wall. We have all the confidence in the world in him, and he is a huge reason why we gave up only 6 goals this season. Congrats on a great career. Quinn and Nolan, I know your dad is smiling down. He is so proud of you two for the seasons that you've had and the young men that you have become. Next senior, Brendan Foster. Brendan always puts the team first and does whatever it takes to better his team. His work ethic is second to none. He's an absolute great leader, one of the 4 captains for us. He's always encouraging his teammates and doing whatever it takes. Again, a kid who suffered an injury at the end of the year, which was very difficult. Brendan is a soccer player that is very crafty on the ball, great finisher, really a player that I think is one of the most versatile that I've ever coached. I absolutely love the kid. I know Brendan has a very bright future ahead, and we wish you the best. Devin DeVries. Devin, fantastic soccer player, absolute incredible career at Saline. He's a lockdown defender, and his speed is what separates him from others. He's great at reading the game and intercepting passes. He's a player who had to adjust his role a little bit with his position this year as we played 3 in the back compared to the 4. And I know it was tough for him as he's a very aggressive player moving forward, but it shows how coachable the kid is when he was willing to do whatever it took and really listened and continued to get better as the season went on. Devin is a kid that always sparks the team with energy. He's a kid that, great leader. He's one of the captains. He was always vocally stepping up and talking at halftime, whatever he was seeing on the field that we were missing. Devin is going to have an absolute stellar future, and we wish you the best. Charlie Rogers. Charlie is an absolute beast on the field. There's no other way to describe it. A kid who came to Saline, and he was immediately an impact player on our team and immediately a leader on our team. I know he's a kid who, when he came to Saline, a lot of people probably questioned why he was a captain so early, and it was simply because of what he was doing behind the scenes with our team. He got to know everyone on the team. His work ethic is absolutely incredible. Throughout the season, I always challenge my guys, and I challenge all the younger guys that'll be returning in this program. Do your best to work as hard as that kid. He gives it his absolute best, sells out for the team every second. He'll run through a brick wall. Technically, can play with anyone. Has an absolute missile of a shot. I would have liked to have seen him shoot a little bit more this year because the kid is an absolute stud. Wherever he plays in college, that team is tremendously going to improve. Congrats on a great season, Charlie. Mitch Kalita. Mitch, probably the most talented player here. His ability to stop the ball on a dime with his first touch it's amazing. He's so much fun to watch. He makes magic in the tightest of areas. He makes kids really look silly, and it's everyone. He's that good of a player. He's a player that I can honestly say I don't think I've coached another kid that has been more prepared and ready to play every single day and night. He was always focused. He was always there to give it his absolute best. And when you have the skills that you do, or that he does, you're going to be an absolute stud. And I cannot say enough about this kid, the career he had at Saline. Great leader, so much fun to coach. He will be dearly missed, and I know you will have a bright future ahead. Congrats on a great career. Last senior, Ryan Nichols. Fantastic career. 4-year varsity player, and was playing as a freshman, getting a lot of minutes. He led our team in assists and was second in goals. He has over 40 assists in his career at Saline. Okay, this, I want to find out a way where I can look into this, but it might be the most ever by an individual player, and that's really shows what kind of player he is. He's a playmaker, and he's very unselfish. Ryan, he came up clutch for us in multiple games this year. So much fun to watch play, big goals and big moments, clutch player, kid that is strong, good on the ball, fast, really has the complete game. What stood out to me the most about Ryan, coaching him over the last couple of years though, was his maturity. I think he's really grown up year to year, was an absolute incredible leader for our team. Congrats on a great career and good luck in the future.